To eat lunch this week.
So you've been ditching us. Come on. You owe us.
You owe us big time. Oh, have you ever been in a situation where you felt uncomfortable or that maybe you felt that you were harassed or abused?
Yeah. I don't know. Yes, actually. Okay, so sorry. So, this was a while ago. I want to say like this had to be before I was in high school, but we were in New Orleans at the time, and we were watching one of the parades, and I remember like we were outside, and it was me and my sister, and like this other family was next to us, and I remember they were like super nice to me and my sister, and they're like, oh, do you guys want some chips, or like, do you guys want some of our drink, da da da. And the dad, I remember like he was super like drunk. There's no other way to put it, but he was drunk, and yeah, I remember like he was super touchy, and I remember like he was touching my hair, and he was asking all these questions, and like I remember he kind of like gave me a hug, and then his hand like went down, and like I didn't know what to do. Like I kind of just stood there, and I was just kind of thinking like, well, it's better me than my sister, and like I don't want to say anything because like his family was there. And so I was just kind of in this situation until my mom came to get us, and I remember like my mom was like yelling like, hey, you guys come on. And I remember like I was never like so happy to see my mom, and like I had never told anyone that this happened. Like I didn't even tell my mom that this happened because I didn't want her to kind of like put restrictions on me, like say I couldn't go anywhere, like do like anything with my friends. Like I still wanted the same kind of freedom that I had at the time. And so I remember I just didn't say anything because I was like, when else are we ever gonna see this guy? Like he was drunk, so maybe he didn't know what he was doing, and like, you know,
You started trying to come up with reasons.
yeah. And so I remember just like keeping that to myself literally until now. Like I didn't tell anyone about it because again, like when was I ever gonna see that guy again? And like he has a family, so like do I really want to be the person to like ruin his family, you know? Like, so yeah, that's something that I kind of went through. But I feel like if I would have went through it like now, or you know, more recently, then I feel like it would have impacted me more, simply because now I'm actually aware of what it is. And like I feel like if I was in that same situation, like I don't know if I would like freeze up or like just stand there and let it happen. But then like when I was younger, I was just kind of like, oh, like I don't know, like this is weird, but I guess, you know, like better me than my sister. Like, and I didn't want, I don't know, it was just a lot kind of going through my head at the time. But I feel like then I just kind of like shrugged it off. And like with me still being really young, like as a kid, I feel like we just kind of take things lightly, not so serious. So I feel like that's kind of how I took it, is like it's not that serious.
Oh, you were saying that if it happened to you more recently, you would have done something different? Is that what you were saying? Or do you think, why do you think you didn't talk about it then? Like, just because you didn't think it was, well, like, besides that you wanted your freedom is what you said.
I don't know, like, again, like, I just didn't think it was something to talk about. Like, I feel like, yeah, like, I feel like now I would have at least told my mom, or, like, told someone else that I was with, or I at least would have, like, tried to stop it from happening. I feel like I said, like, then, I was unaware of what sexual harassment was. Like, I didn't really know what it was, and I didn't know that that is what happened to me. So I feel like now things would be different. But as far as like actually being in that situation, like I don't know, because I feel like even now, whenever say like a guy says something, or like if he looks at me weird, I do feel like scared, or like I kind of freeze up a bit, and it's like, oh my god, that guy looked at me really weird. And then like, you know, like so like today we're at Smoothie King and like that guy was like smiling or whatever like that. Like, yeah, we were joking about it, but that's because like I knew that I would have been able to defend myself and like, you know, like we're in the car, like what is he gonna do? Hop out of the window? Like, but in that situation, like when you're there one-on-one or like you're there in person and you can't really, like you don't have an easy getaway, or you don't have like someone else there to defend you. I feel like in those situations, those are the ones where it's like, I honestly don't know, because like I am just kind of there. Like, I don't know if I would like, you know, freeze up again. Or,
You said
yeah.
that you had also thought better you than your sister. What if it was your sister and she told you? What would you have told her?
I definitely would have like been really upset, and like I feel like if it was my sister, I would have felt so bad, because it's like, why didn't you tell me then? Or like if she did tell me then I would have done my best to like defend her. But I don't know, like if it was my sister, I feel like I would have done more than what I did for myself.
It's interesting to me because like you said that of course that if it was your sister it would have been different, but just kind of like, I don't know, we don't think in that situation that if we were to tell like our mom or a friend that they're thinking the same thing you thought that if it was your sister. You know what I mean? I think in that you just kind of have to think of yourself though. Like, you need to put aside, like it's good to think of others, but in a situation like that, you also have to think of yourself and know like, no, it doesn't matter, like what happened wasn't okay and I need someone to know this.
I think in that situation, like honestly, like thinking of myself was the last thing. Like there was just so much, was like,
Yeah.
like he has a family, like I was with their family and they were so nice, and like he has kids, and
I think that's the main reason why like we don't talk about it, because like you said, we think of so much and we're just like, there's so many reasons why I shouldn't, and it's more than why I should, but that's not true.